Hey, I'm Mr. Welcome back to MotoGP 17 and the manager. Carreras were looking to bounce back from a terrible round in Argentina, so let's show off the settings. Was Mahindra bike is basically what I used for the Peugeot from last season, so of course we're going with soft tyres. No real reason to choose any other type of tyre in Moto 3. For the brakes, got the rear disc. Now having less braking power, but the front disc we need all the braking power. And gearing, as you can see, might put opposite gear. Nah, let's keep it the same for here in America. Then for the handlebars, I don't change, and suspension I don't change at all, as I haven't really discovered, different how that affects, things. So, we actually get to see our teammate in the garage for like the first time ever. That's pretty cool to see. As you can see, Dan MacDonald is psyching himself up for this qualifying effort. Let's see how we do. So this is a lap around the Circuit of the Americas on the Mahindra. It was very kind to us in the past, this circuit. Even in the first season when we had the hardest of opponents, did reasonably well. As Nuruddin is down early in the session, the Malaysian rider coming off a very good result in Argentina where he got the top 10. Was MacDonald coming off an opposite side of a result. He runs a bit wide in that first corner. Shouldn't matter too much though, as long as we got in the power nice and early, which I feel we did. Lifting slightly through that right. Not feeling confident yet. Then flat through the first left, then through the right. Skip all over the curbs. Get the power hard and then let off, try and meet the apex for that right hander. In this first set is where we expect to be very strong against our opponents here. We're a bit nicer to us than in Argentina. Bit nicer than in Qatar as well, and you saw how well we do in Qatar. So this is a great chance for MacDonald to grab his first win on the Mahindra. As last year, that was almost his breakthrough race. It's kind of Qatar than your season 1, wasn't it? But last year in the Soviet Match really kick-started his season. Ran out front for the whole of the race. Fantastic battles with the likes of Mir and Finati. Of course, we're looking to repeat that this time around. Maybe with Canet as well, he's become a very good rival. Because I've totally outbraked myself there. It's at the wrong right marker. That might cost us some time. Definitely has, as we've got someone right behind us. Is that Gian Antonio? As he runs slightly wide. No, it's the KTM. Is that Antonelli or Bo? He's got the tyre rider who's at the top with 228.2. Oh, look at that. We're smashing it still without mistake. Going to do a 224, are we? As there's a Mahindra that goes to the top from the Italian, dipping into the 227s. So using all of the track and some again wide and penultimate corner. That's the most difficult corner on this track. 223.5 from Nuruddin. We're going to smash that time without a couple offs. Let's see what we can do as we cross the line 222.6. I would still take that though. Good that time from MacDonald despite the mistakes. So there's still speed, in the pocket. Got like a second there, I feel. Let's see what he does in qualifying. It's Mir on pole. If it was that second, he could have been on pole, but he is one Mir ahead of Canet and Finati. The three guys I was talking about that we should perhaps battle with in the race on the front row. We have Martin, McPhee and Gian Antonio on the second row. Good qualifying from Gian Antonio backing up his teammate. Then Berger, Antonelli and Magello for an all-Italian third row. Get your drinks out. We're bashing around out the top 10 ahead of MacDonald and Otel, the German, in 12th. So MacDonald in a very solid fourth row starting position despite that pretty poor qualifying effort. We've got Rodrigo, Nuruddin and Loy. In the fifth row, there's the top Peugeot Kornfeld in 18th. Next best Mahindra Delporte in 20th. And where's our teammate? Right at the back, 58 thousandths. We're second behind finished Patrick. But we saw he have a very good race in Argentina, so can MacDonald have a good one here? So let's see if the young Scot can replicate what he did in COTA and just work his way up the order from a similar starting position. There is the light blue still in 11th on the 4th row of the grid. That's where he started, of course, in COTA as well on the 4th row for working his way up. As they can further down the field, look at 23rd, he's looking somewhere else. What the hell? He's not impressed being next to Dal Binder in that magnificent hair. As look at the back row, there is Magnum. Stopwatch king, my arse. He's a race king, it seems like. As the front row steady themselves for this race. There's MacDonald with a nice clean through the middle. Let's see if it works out that way. Let's wait for the lights to appear. And go out for this 5 lap race. Decent start already into the top 10. Now here comes Bastianini taking back that position. But you are noticing with the starts on the Mahindra as well, much better than they were on the Peugeots. Here comes Hotel. And oh, someone's down. Oh my god, what have you caused? What have you done, MacDonald? There goes Martin, there goes Mugello. MacDonald is perhaps going to be seen by the stewards after this race. As he works his way around McPhee into 5th. And he gets all out of shape through the S's. He's had the Scott back past us on the outside, but it's like the Mahindra's powered its way by. As we've got Mir, Canet, Venati, and is that DJ Antonio, the teammates out there? Batting with the big guns. Nice to see. Damn, I should have brought my teammate with me, shouldn't I? I need a rear gunner. It looks like already easing away from McPhee, it feels like. As Venati takes the lead from Canet. In the hairpin, here's a test for the straight line speed of this Mahindra. Down this back straight, not quite in slipstream mode. Let's see if we keep this going. We're exactly almost halfway between DJ Antonio and Otel. He's got past McPhee after nudging us at the first corner, the German, causing that mystery. He's working his way up the order. As Mir gets past Canet for second. And here he comes again. Watch out, we've got a new lawyer alert. It's Otel alert now. As Venati gets past DJ Antonio in the battle with the teammates, and oh! What was I saying? There's someone else is down. Now what is going on this race? We've got Bulliger that side of the points. We've got Binder down. We've got MacDonald in 13th despite that clash. We have Hotel up into 12th now. Here is Bulliger. Barging away by. We've got Paz Guevara as well. And now here is Loy. Oh, Loy alert. MacDonald let him know he's there, and that's how they'll in by. And look at this Mahindra round the outside of the Malaysian rider. Up into 9th in next sight. As we're going 3 wide with Loy as well. They're somehow surviving. There's the German right in front. That's why that clashes on the second lap. Unfortunately, this we clashed with Binder taking down the South African. He's the guy who went flying. We rejoined the track. So MacDonald, oh, round the outside into 7th. A nice move. It's almost like he's lost no time. Look at this. This is put behind Antonelli. In front of Antonelli. We've got McPhee in 5th. We've still got the top 4, I believe, of DJ Antonio, Venati, Canet, and Mir. And look, he's lost maybe a couple of seconds. That's it out of all of this. So MacDonald perhaps showing the pace of this Mahindra as well as he eases his way by McPhee into the hairpin. Perhaps not the riser's move, as now McPhee's got the slipstream for this long back straight. Moto 3 bikes pushing 150 miles per hour. Moto 2 with like 180, 185 I believe, or 190 even. We've got a tow. Just like Antonelli has there to get into the top 5. But here comes MacDonald bashing his way past Antonelli. Still no love lost between those pair. It looks like DJ Antonio's eased back from the front 3 now for Venati, Mir and Canet. Just like I said in qualifying. They can also give you lottery numbers if you want those. And here's Di Giannantonio easing back. 1.5 seconds in front. We're battling with Antonelli. On the end of this second lap. It's going to be almost going to be time like MacDonald way. It's like he hasn't lost any time from that first lap clash. Just a couple of seconds off the front trio. And as you can see, he's eating into Di Giannantonio's gap as Fernati takes the lead from Canet. And now Mir's past the Spaniard as well. They're going 3 wide, are they? Into the first corner as Mir takes the lead. Defending the inside there from Antonelli. And now it's a good move for our opponents there into that first corner. They hold off the Italian. As you can see, we've taken half a second out of Di Giannantonio in front. He does us the fastest lap, 2:18.6. The Scot is on it. After that, after a very strange first couple of laps, so many crashes. And now that he's free of Hotel, then it's like there are going to be no more crashes. As he gets into the back of Di Giannantonio just as I say that. And then eases his way by the Italian. Ease is another word for nudging out their way. The Italian, as I almost lose my voice there. No, you know, it sounded like the engine was cutting out, but it was actually my voice. It's going slightly wide into the hairpin as we're about halfway through this race. And then MacDonald sees the front three. That's all he's got to battle with in the second half of the race, hopefully. He's 1.5 seconds over Mir. Here comes Di Giannantonio, though, with the slipstream. You know, defending the inside here. It's down this back straight. The MotoGP bikes, forgot to mention them. They can go over like 200 miles per hour down there. Got to use those as a rear brake, though. Now brake ourselves slightly, just like in qualifying. Let's allow Di Giannantonio and Antonelli by. That's all. MacDonald has a cheek in it down the inside of Antonelli for top 5. Takes even bigger down the inside there. Antonelli blocks him well. But then into reverse turn 8. Look how much better MacDonald is. Very confident on this Mahindra. And the high speed stuff. Going to the penultimate corner, again a bit wide. Got the power early enough though as Antonelli makes his way into the top 5 past Di Giannantonio. Using all the curb in that final corner. On either side. There's 1.5 seconds behind Mir. Status quo despite outbraking ourselves into the heavy breakers at the end of the long back straight. As here comes Anthony Downo inside. And Mir is down. He's not going to have a podium position, is he, this race? Because now we're battling for the podium with Antonelli. Incredible. Mir and Canet have been the top 2 so far this season. Been the only 2 that have been consistent in the first couple of rounds at the front. Well, that's changed here. So now we've got Fernati, Canet, MacDonald, Antonelli, Di Giannantonio, and Mir may be rejoined in 6th ahead of McPhee. You never know, because the Scots race pace still isn't that great, apart from the odd occasion. Oh, it's braked way too much there. Into the hairpin, really eased up. Antonelli behind, but I can see he's got a fantastic run. He's bump drafting us down his back straight where the MotoGP boys go over 200 miles per hour. We're barely hitting 150, 140 even with our setup. And here comes Hotel. Just when we thought we were clear of the German, and Antonelli, what are you doing? Easing into us on the braking zone. Very nonchalant from the Italian that we weren't there. You know, it's coming to the blows with Antonelli around here. No one looking to the outside. Looking to get that run maybe through reverse turn 8 again. As there's Hotel right behind, and yeah, past Antonelli like he isn't even there. There's all the rear tyres half gone. Got to look at that for this final lap. With the slightly more powerful Mahindra, see we're eating the tyres slightly more. There we are with the Peugeot. It's the front two battling like hell going on to the final lap. Canet past Fanati. And we're losing the back end of the bike. He's gone the final lap 2 seconds behind the leaders. They're not our battle. It's with Antonelli this race. It's with the German as well. Started, of course, at the beginning. Caused some mayhem. As Fanati's taken back the lead from Canet. And since then, it's been a very up and down ride. He lunges by into the left hand. A great move from MacDonald. I said this first sector is his. Look at that, gaining loads on the front two. May say 2 seconds, but it definitely looks more than that, the gap. Need to be careful on the power out of that left-hander. So go down the hill through the kink. And it's like Canet's trying to make another move on Fanati. Go slightly wide. Not smooth on the power though. That's the main thing. We needed to be smooth on the power. Now it's going to let Antonelli get Ryan Artel. They're taking half a second out of the battling pair in front. Put half a second on Antonelli behind. As Fanati takes the lead again. Braking loads into the left-hander trail brake like a hell, way too much in the end. It's out Antonelli by MacDonald's down. Down from a podium. That's allowed Magello by into 7th. As Budoga's battling to get to the top 10. Antonelli was down as well, was he? He's got Lloyd behind battling for a top 10. It was Antonelli who went down as well. It's all we're feeling it with the rear tyres. Mahindra, not good on the tyres. Look how warm they are. Gonna have to check my riding style after this. As MacDonald, as Fanati wins. Here comes Budoga, pushing his way by into 8. Very aggressive from the Italian. There's McPhee down the order. Antonelli behind, but what a disappointing result. Look at our pace, fastest that. Should have been on the podium, but instead it's our German adversary from the race. Otel Mir in 4th, Bashani 5th, DJ Antonio 6th, Magello 7th, Budoga in 8th behind his teammate. Loy rounding out the top 10 of McPhee, Antonelli, Nuruddin, Danilo and Martin. Retrieving a point in the end by 65,000 of a second ahead of Guevara. There's my teammate in 18th. That's how crazy this race was. Our teammate in 18th. Just over a second off a point. Fantastic ride from the Cypriot. There's the tie riders at the back with Fitzpatrick and Bo. Kornfeld down there in 29th. A very good race for Elusive overall, I'd say. Just not for MacDonald. Should have been on the podium with Canet and Fanati, of course, winning the race by over 10th of a second. So in the championship, this means Canet leads now by 3 points from Mir, with Fanati 14 points back in 3rd. With Otel up into 4th ahead of Bashani by a single point after his podium. MacDonald sticking in 6th. Level on points though with Budoga. With DJ Antonio up to 8th, Magello up to 9th, and Martin, the big loser in the top 10, down to the bottom half of it, propping it up with 22 points. With Loy up to 40th ahead of Ramirez. Looking further down, you've got Danilo ahead of Guevara and Binder after his first point scoring out of the season. 19 riders have scored so far this season. Look even further down. There's our teammate up in 24th in the standings. You'll be looking at a top 20 soon. Incredible with Fitzpatrick, the only mover, non-mover outside the point scores apart from Della Portia, as he props up the field. In the constructor standings, it's Honda by 39 points from KTM, with Mahindra down to 3rd now on 27 points, and Peugeot yet to score. Movers and shakers everywhere in the race and in the standings. So once again, MacDonald crashed not just once but a few times in that race. He did move forward in the race though, starting 11th, but with our pace, with where we were entering that final lap, should have at least had a podium. We should have, scored some major points and, have MacDonald kind of elevate himself to be the top challenger now for Mir, for Kennett. But instead it's Finati now fulfilling that role after a 6th of the season, with our teammate moving forward handsomely in the race. Look at that, 50 places. Both riders achieved the race objective for the first time as well in this playthrough. Fantastic to see for the team. We're going to be rolling credits after this race, as MacDonald improves his throttle management and the Cypriot improves his braking and Moto3 affinity. It's not even that full affinity as well. Can't wait to see what it's like in the second half of the season. Let's look at all those credits given the papa. And decent gain in reputation, no cost in reputation for once. As we've got an activity to do, let's go right into it. We can do a sponsor event, earn 3,000 credits. Go to our coach, muscle endurance, improve our rider's braking ability by 20% for the next race. That is something that MacDonald perhaps does need after his outing in COTA. I'll improve the braking ability immediately with muscle endurance training in the gym. Then 100 XP. Then a marketing campaign, participate in a photo shoot for your sponsor's next advertising campaign. Get 100% credit bonus for the next race if you achieve the sponsor's objectives. Man, I wish I had this for COTA. But all about the credits this season. But I haven't really gone for improving our riders' abilities. I might actually go for that for once, as we've already got 50,000 credits this season. Of course, we're looking to earn like 200 or 250, 300,000 by the end of the season. So we've got a very good start there. So it's all about credits, but I am interested to see about improving the riders' ability as well, especially that Cypriot. If we improve his braking ability, he could have got a point there, instead of just outside of it. Shall we actually go for this for once? Improve our rider's ability. Let's go for the immediate braking ability XP boost. So next time out, we head to the Circuito de Jerez and the Grand Prix Red Bull de España, the Spanish Grand Prix. The 9th week of the season, already a quarter of the way through the season. There's been a very bumpy ride for MacDonald, but not for the Cypriot. He's just rising. Let's see if he continues to rise next time out. So, for watching, I'll see you then.